Welcome to the first training tutorial of the MAGELLAN Authoring Tool, otherwise known as the MAT. This tutorial covers the basics in getting started with the MAGELLAN Authoring Tool. In this tutorial we're going to present how to open and create a new project in the MAGELLAN Authoring Tool, how to customize your MAGELLAN Authoring Tool's UI, and an overview of the MAGELLAN Authoring Tool UI elements and workspace. Let's begin by creating a new game in the MAGELLAN program. When opening the program, a prompt appears and two options are available to the author: Create, to start designing a new game, and Open, to select an existing game. Select the first option, Create. This will trigger the game creation wizard, a three-step setup of your new game. In the Create process 1 of 3, next to the project name, type in your game's name. In this case, Treasure Hunter. Select which project folder you wish the game to be saved in and click Next to proceed. In the Create process 2 of 3, we can choose the general setting for the game. Click on the drop-down list to reveal a number of options for changing the game's style sheet. In the Treasure Hunter game, we will select the Collector style sheet. Click Next to continue. In the Create process 3 of 3, we can set the geographic settings of where we would like to base the game. Let us set up the game in Athens. Next to place, type in Athens, Greece. And click on the search button. The location should appear in writing underneath the type box. Select Finish to create the game. Now that we have set up a new Treasure Hunter game, we can arrange the MAGELLAN user interface into an optimal working layout. To select the suggested default layout, go to Views in the MAGELLAN toolbar, select Layouts, and then choose Default. You can change the size of the different views by dragging their edges to reach the desired size. In the MAGELLAN layout, we should now have access to the Main Toolbar, the Selection Editor, the Scenario Editor, the Map and Mobile View, the Asset Library and Asset Store. Let's move on to explaining the different UI components of the MAGELLAN Authoring Tool. The Main Toolbar. The Main Toolbar is found at the top of the program and is represented as a blue bar with white icons inside. The toolbar contains a main menu and shortcuts to current operations such as create a new project, open an existing project, save and export a project, undo or redo the last action, cut and paste, search for an object in the project, play and stop the simulation, select an item, create a path or a zone, and several other operations. The Selection Editor. The Selection Editor is where we can edit some of the general settings of the game that were defined during the Create process, like the description of the game and its style sheet. In the Selection Editor, the MAGELLAN entities can also be edited. MAGELLAN comes with a set of standard entities that can be used in games such as teams, roles, and items. The Selection Editor is also used to configure selected items, and it changes according to the item selected in the Scenario Editor. The Scenario Editor. The Scenario Editor is the area where the game's logic is edited. Each MAGELLAN scenario is represented by a graph made of several nodes called behavioral elements of the MAGELLAN Authoring Tool. These elements are listed on the side menu that appears on the left side of the editor. Elements can be inserted by dragging and dropping from the side menu into the graph area to compose the game logic. By default, the starting point of the graph is represented by a green box and the exit point is represented by a red box, both pre-inserted into the graph. The Asset Library and Asset Store. The Asset Library lists all resources available to the author to create their game. These resources can be multimedia assets like sounds, images, video, 3D models, activities, or complete experiences. Assets can be imported by the user through the MAGELLAN Authoring Tool to be used in the current or future projects. To import an asset from the file system to the project asset library, just drag and drop the corresponding file into the asset library. The asset store lists online content located on Magellan portal, available for download by the author. The map and mobile view. The map is used by the author to place selected items on specific areas where the game is intended to be played. The map draws geographic data from the web to display the map of the game's location. The author may zoom in to increase the item placement accuracy or zoom out to have an overview of the playground using the mouse wheel. The mobile preview is located in the same window as the map. It is used to pre-visualize the game's content as it would appear on a mobile device when the game will be exported. This feature is particularly important to figure out scenario design or technical issues before exporting. The mobile view overlays the map in debugging mode. This ends our tutorial on the introduction to MAD, UI and customization. In this tutorial, we introduced the 5 user interface components as the starting point in learning how to navigate your way around the Magellan Authoring Tool.